Okay guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to destroy any beliefs that you have that the one is out there for you. So I hear a lot of people say that they're waiting for their Prince Charming, their princess, their queen. It's going to come one day, but I'm here to tell you that that is all a lie portrayed to you by Disney films, Hollywood, all in the movies, etc. So I look around, I see a lot of relationships these days. They look very forced. I think that's why you see a lot of cheating going on and drama in every relationship, especially when it comes to young people especially. I think a lot of relationships that go past the 2 to 3 year mark, where people are relatively inexperienced when it comes to dating, end up just staying together for the long run because they have implanted thoughts within their minds that they're meant to be together. We've been together through so much. And they think, oh yeah, we're meant to be together. But I'm here to tell you, like, that is not the case. I've learnt this firsthand, so I'm going to give you my experience from this, where I thought the same, but now I've been through it and come out the other side. I've learned that this obviously was not the right thing. And if you are in a similar situation right now, maybe contemplating whether you're with the right person or not, or if you should get in a relationship, my advice is to listen to this and then maybe make a decision on it afterwards. So I was about 17 when I got into my first serious relationship. This lasted, I think it was about 2.5 years. And it did feel, I thought it was special. I was convinced that this was the right girl for me. But at the start, it was not like that at all. I was never even convinced the first time I saw her if we should be together, if I should even see her again. It just didn't feel right. But yeah, and then 2.5 years passed, and I was like, okay, I'm very unhappy in this. There was a lot of arguments. She would be very emotional, and I was very emotional too at the time. I struggled a lot mentally. My mental health was nowhere near the same level as it is now. I was unemotional. I was very feminine at the time, so it was a very depolarized relationships were never healthy. You want them to be as polarized as possible. And my mind was always in the future, and I always thought, okay, I see a future with this person, it will be good in the future, but I never really thought, am I actually happy now? And I was never happy now. I would like go home and just be unhappy. I was never really like looking forward, especially to see this girl. I'd always kind of be looking elsewhere somewhat, not properly, but I'd always have like an eye out if there was other girls and stuff. I was never really fully committed to this relationship. And then I think we ended up going on a break, and then as soon as that happened, I was like, okay, this is just not right. I realised that within 24 hours of that happening. And to be honest with you, before I even actually broke up with this girl, I was talking to other girls. I was looking elsewhere before, because it was already made up in my mind. So I was like, okay, I'm ready to move on. I'm gonna do this anyway, rightly or wrongly, probably wrongly. I'm sure a lot of women especially will see that as a wrong thing to do, but I did it anyway. And I kind of knew when I was doing stuff like this that, okay, I'm not really committed to this relationship. There was actually an analogy, I think Andrew Tate said, about apples. So you have one man who's tasted one apple similar to me and thinks, oh, okay, this is a good apple, this is the best apple, I think everyone should go get this apple. And then you've got a man that's tasted all the apples, tasted the red, the green, the mouldy, the dirty ones, all the ugly ones, all the good ones, and he's an experienced apple taster. He can say what is a good apple, what is not a good apple. The man who's experienced one apple cannot say I know what a good apple is. And it's the same with women. And obviously me, I'm very inexperienced still, I'd say, at this time, so I can't say I've not experienced enough relationships with women to say what's a good woman, what's a bad woman. But at the time I thought, okay, this is a good woman, but based on what one woman that was, I know now clearly was never right for me at all. So I want to put you in a scenario-based situation now. So say I put you on an island with about 20 people. You find them all physically attractive, the opposite gender, or whether you're bi or etc, whatever you go for. You find them all attractive. I can guarantee you that you would fall in love with one of them if you spent enough time with them. Physical attraction, I think, is a fundamental part of falling in love with someone, especially from a young age, from a man's perspective too. For me, beauty is the key, and even for women, I'm sure they appreciate it a lot too. And if you find these people attractive, you'd almost certainly form a connection over time that you spent with them. Even I could probably whittle this down to maybe 10, 8, 5, 3, 3 girls or boys, and you would probably still fall in love with him. So the message I'm trying to get across to you is that relationships are heavily based on convenience. If you're watching this video now, you're probably in a relationship with someone that is within a 20, 15, maybe even less mile radius to you, and you know them through work, college, education, going out partying, etc., etc. They are a convenience to you. You might find them attractive, and you like their personality a lot, and that was probably good enough for you to enter a relationship. For a lot of people, whether they like to admit it or not, they're quite desperate to find someone, especially as I see people get older, especially women. They start to panic, and they think, oh shit, maybe I'm 30, I need to settle down, I need to find someone. Maybe they have a bit of money and they'll be like, okay, that'll do, I'll start a family with them, they're good enough for me. You see it all the time. And you find them attractive, you like their personality, yeah, it's good enough. Especially, you could say this with young people too. You're quite naive, you're quite young, you don't really know what you want. As young people, we're very like looks orientated too, so just being attractive is enough for a lot of people. And I can almost guarantee you, if you were to travel the world, meet women and men from different countries, different cultures, different backgrounds, there will be someone who is 100% more suitable to you than your current partner. That is almost a guaranteed fact. So this is like something I want to do more. I just want to travel the world and like meet a lot of people. I'm not planning on getting into a relationship anytime soon. I'm still very young. I'm only 21 years old. So if you're around this age or even a bit older, younger, then especially younger, definitely don't fall into the trap of getting into a relationship just because you're feeling a bit lonely or you feel society says you have to. Especially for a man, you should be like focusing on your mission, your dreams, your business. All of this should become fast. And anyway, you will find the right person out there. You just have to experience and use that apples analogy. Try and test. I would encourage dating a lot of different people and seeing what's right for you and seeing what you don't like, what you do like. That's the only really way I guess you could find the one for you. I believe you could find the one for you, but there's not someone set out there that's you're meant to be by God. He's not decided that for you. You create your own life, and it's up to you which path you take for that. So overall, my message and advice for you is to not jump into a relationship with someone just for the convenience sake, just because you're feeling a bit of fear and loneliness like the vast majority of young people do, or people that feel like they're getting past it now. Maybe their looks are starting to fade, their body's not as good, they're not as successful as they used to be, so they're just settle with someone. I think it's always good to settle on something or some place, anything. You got to settle on, make decisions, but settling with, I don't think that's ever a good idea. You're never going to be fulfilled and happy in life. So bide your time. Remember, you're still out there, and there's millions of people who'd be more suitable and likely to be more compatible for you. And it takes time when you're a young person entering a relationship, because that person is someone you should be building a relationship with the rest of your life for. I think if you don't see a long-term relationship with them, then I don't think it's really worth going for them. But maybe date some people every now and then. But if you're looking for a long-term relationship, then bide your time. Think about what you really want. Take some time, and remember, you've got so much time ahead of you, however old you may be. So I hope this video has helped you understand that the one out there, it's just a myth. It's not true at all. You decide how your life is dictated by the actions you take every day, and there's a butterfly effect in every decision you make. So travel the world, I'd say, meet different people, go on different dates, and just spend your time wisely, and just don't get into a long-term relationship and be unhappy. So hopefully this video helps, and if you could like, share, subscribe, I'd appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay guys, take care, thank you.